So, okay, 2020, absolute dumpster fire. We're in agreement on that. But in the middle of that dumpster fire, here's you with 3 new books. So, what is that experience? Releasing 3 books in the worst year of
Uh,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. It's very funny how it all happened. Last 2019 on my birthday, I asked my sister-in-law, who's an astrologist, whichever,
I will accept either. I don't know.
to do my chart. So she did. I've never had it done before. And she, said, "Oh, you're going to have creative time, and you're going to be on the top of your game." And it all seemed very, very rosy. But then she said, "Now tell me the dates of when your books are supposed to be published." And I said, "End of February and end of March." And she said, "Oh, no, 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 no. You have to change that. You have to call your publisher and make them change the dates." And I kind of pressed her, I'm like, "Wow, they put it in the catalog, and they've got a whole, plan, and I don't think I can really ask at this point to change all that." And she goes, "No, no, you really have to." And so I pressed her. I tried to press her why, why are those bad dates? And she just said, "I'd rather not say." And so I didn't do anything about it. So sure
Does
enough,
that fill you with dread at that point, or are you a bit
I'm
more of a
going to pay
skeptic?
much more attention to her in the future. What?
I'm just asking, does
Yeah.
that fill you with dread at that point, or are you a bit more of a skeptic having fun with your chart being done for the first time?
I'm a skeptic. Yeah, I guess I'm a skeptic. But not so much a skeptic that I wouldn't, do it. And I think most of those things are sort of like the I Ching, or tarot cards, or things like that, that you can kind of make of it what you will, and I think sometimes it's sort of like guidance more than this is going to happen to you. That's kind of the way I feel about those things. But yeah, so anyway, I didn't change the date. And so those books came out, and nobody's paying any attention. It was kind of a rough time, but we'll see how they do in the long run. Um, I'm you know I hope they'll find their right audience and their right readers and people who will appreciate them.
Well, this is good stuff. We mentioned Village of Scoundrels, and I am absolutely tickled by The Littlest Voyageur. If you want to tell the esteemed audience a little bit about that one.
Yeah. So there it is. This came out the end of March, and it's about a red squirrel who stows away on a Voyageur canoe. And those of you who don't know Voyageurs, these were hardy folk from that traveled the waterways from Montreal to Grand Portage, Minnesota, and beyond. But my story is from Montreal to Grand Portage. And so they traveled on waterways and on the Great Lakes in the big birch bark canoes back in the kind of 1700s to the through mid 1800s maybe. And they traded for furs. So which is shocking for this little guy to find out. He goes all the way 2,000 miles to get to find out that what they're trading for are the furs of his brethren. So you'll have to read the book to find out what transpired.
That's a hard day for a squirrel.
It was a bad day. It was a bad day for the squirrel. But it's a lot of fun, and yeah, just it's a lurk.
Do your rules of historical fiction still apply when the protagonist is a squirrel?
No. can write about anything. This one, Village of Scoundrels, we talked about, it is also based on the true story of a village in France that sheltered many hundreds, possibly thousands of Jewish children and teens rescued from French concentration camps. And it's really about the teenagers in that village who were part of the rescue effort. So there's several protagonists in this one, but they're all based on real people. And I was able to interview some of them, which was quite an amazing experience. And Hannah, who was one of the people that were sheltered in that village, also attended seventh grade class when I was in New York City, right when the book came out, right before the pandemic. Right before the pandemic, and I was going to schools in New York City. I'm fine.
Thank goodness.
Anyway, she was amazing talking about her experiences. So that was a real highlight too of this whole experience.